everyone, it's Kristyn Burtt for the Web.Files. Now get ready, the Fine brothers are here today and they've got some opinions. Some you haven't heard before and some you may not like, but they've got some great advice in the new media world. It's all about branding yourself, so check it out.
This video will not self-destruct in 7 days. So as the opening said, this video will not self-destruct.
All right, we have you guys here. I'm so excited, the Fine brothers. We've got Benny, Rafi. Welcome.
Thank you, we're happy to be here.
Hi, we're the Fine brothers. Hi, we're the Fine brothers. Hi, we're the Naked Fine brothers.
And you know, this is the first time we're featuring any type of sketch comedy.
Will you
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
I'm alright. So, will you marry me?
Ew, no.
What does September 21st, 2004 mean to you?
September 21st, 2004 would be the first day that we put up a web video. It wasn't a sketch, though.
No, what was it?
That was a trilogy of feature films broken up incrementally into segments.
Yeah.
Because that's our original background, is long-form content that turned into sketch.
Well, take us back to 2004 because there's been a dramatic change in the industry.
Yeah, I mean, when we came onto the internet, there really wasn't any web video. It was essentially Homestar Runner and Channel101.com and us. Yeah. There's a few others that were there too. There was more.
A few other pioneers.
Yes, there was no YouTube, there was no social networking, so it really wasn't going online to be a business at all. And we saw the web as the future and thought we're going to try to get discovered this way, and then around us a whole business built. Something we never would have predicted.
A very fledgling business that's still trying to figure itself out.
If you're talking about being successful and monetizing, there's very little that you're really able to do, because there's just not, for creators doing things, there's no money. There just isn't.
Yeah. And it's not coming from the sponsors as quickly as people thought.
Well, even if it would, it's not, how do you even get wind of it? Like, you need that third party to bring a sponsor in, and for the most part, I mean, even us, I mean, we have, tens of millions of views, and most of the people that you've probably talked to don't even have close to that. So it's still, and that's not us trying to say, oh, we have views. It's showing that even when you have the infrastructure and the views, you still can't get a sponsor. They're not just going to show up. It doesn't.
It's going to be like, hey, ding dong, like, here you go.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Ringing your doorbell.
It just doesn't work that way, or when it does, they just want a commercial.
I think the wrong people have ended up maybe getting those opportunities, and even the major networks and studios that have been able to get these opportunities, they also have no idea, no infrastructure of doing anything online.
They'll work with someone who's never made a web video before, and just think because they're going to
wrote a sitcom, they're a writer on a sitcom, they're funny at a comedy club, and it's like, oh good, they performed in front of 100 people, in a night. Oh well, you know what? We put out a video and it's going to get seen like by 100,000 people. A lot of these people have shown up in a year or two, the past year or two, made their first show and think, oh man, like, I'm just not going to use YouTube because I'm not going to be able to do it. You know what? We'll do it for another 3 years. Build something up.
Well, how do you stand out then on YouTube?
Twofold. One, you should not just be doing things on the internet. It doesn't make any sense, and when we go back in retrospect, it's one of our biggest mistakes was that we decided that we were going to get discovered via the internet.
Right.
That was not smart. We had hands in traditional media back then and over the years, and decided to cut them loose at a certain point, thinking that the internet was going to be the way. Should have been doing both. Secondly, with it is kind of what he was saying. It's understanding the web and what types of content work and learning how to market the content. And it's not rocket science, but
it's hard work that seems
it's
like
grunt work. It's grunt work that no one wants to do.
Does YouTube approach you to be a partner, or do you approach them?
They've started doing that now. And way back when we became a partner, it was more of an invite situation. But now it's more of you can apply. Anyone can apply, and they're going to look at your content. And if you've either built a fan base or the content is even quality without a fan base, you can still be partnered with them.
What do you think that you're doing that's sort of outside the box of what everyone else is doing?
Our views are split between what our subscriber base is, people that are actually following you, and there's a great system for them to always want to see your videos, and then we market outside, and it's all external views of our video being embedded on websites. You go out, you do the research, you do the hard work to find every blog, every website, every community that's going to be interested in that. It's as easy as writing them and saying, I've got a video that I think your fan base would like to see.
Ah, yeah, and just saying, check it out.
Put some work into it.
When people are just starting out and they're just going on, it's because of Fred and it's because of the guild that they think anybody can do this. They just put it up and they don't realize that there's infrastructure behind what the guild does. There's huge infrastructure behind what Fred is doing, and it was from the first day. So, and there's, or even for success stories like ourselves, I put it in quotes because again, we are successful, we make a living off of this, but it's barely. And it's from making deals with so many different companies that we had to do at the same exact time to even get there. So they see that and they think that they can just put up a series. If it's good, they're gonna, I'll get my deal and I'll just keep doing this. I don't even understand creatively what that even is.
You're very passionate about it. But I mean, are you just sort of feeling like, well, we've been here, we understand, why aren't you listening to what we're offering?
I think people do listen to a point, but again, there's not a lot going on. There's a whole bunch of people just like us that they haven't been doing it as long as us, but they've been there for years that have similar fan bases, similar type of content, and infrastructured fan bases understanding marketing and the internet. All of us, there's a few exceptions, aren't getting the deals with the digital studios, aren't the ones that are approached to work with them for one reason or another, and trying to make them understand that you need to be working with these people that are here. And on top of that, we go even bigger in looking at traditional, wanting to get legitimacy for what all of us are doing, because there's no difference between the talented people like us and talented comedians of any sort. Yet we are still looked at by traditional as, oh, the web guys. They same type of thing. They can't really figure it out. So if you're successful, you must not be real, and you must only want to do this. Or they have digital divisions now. So when you go in there, they're like, oh, talk to digital.
Yeah, and only talk to new media.
Because online, if we're gonna have hands in something, it might as well be on bigger goals.
Television seems to want these ideas that are like, they're going to have an amazing web presence and make this real synergetic, like what is the future going to be? Because we do believe there's going to be ideas that like we've already started to come up with that we can't talk about. And but that in the future, we're not going to give away our ideas. But that I'm sure that in the future there's going to be a whole new form of entertainment with that synergy. That we don't even know exactly what that entertainment's going to be.
You guys, I want to thank you so much because I think you offered some really good advice and sort of the flip side to what we've been hearing.
No doubt you should be on the web. No doubt you can be doing great things there. But you have to know that it's not the way that so many people like to talk about this.
The future will only get there once we get through all of this and everyone is having full transparency and honesty, talking about things the way they are, so we can get full
views,
right, so we can get real case studies to show what works, and then be able to merge the media properly, and then everybody can benefit.
So you guys, Benny, Rafi, I want to thank you so much because this has been awesome. Hope you had fun on the Web.Files.
I have never been so angry yet so aroused in my entire life.
Okay, so Benny and Rafi proved that not only are they funny, but they're passionate. They had a lot to say about web video, and I think you guys are going to learn a lot. This episode of the Web.Files is now closed. I'm Kristyn Burtt. We'll see you next time.
What a splendid time!
Indubitably!
A grand time!
The grandest of grand!